In the summer of 1941, Adolf Hitler initiated Operation Barbarossa, the much-anticipated invasion of the Soviet Union, often regarded as a monumental strategic error. This invasion was expected to culminate with the capture of Moscow within weeks. However, 4 years later, it would be Soviet forces capturing Berlin, leading to the downfall of Nazi Germany. Yet, the question remains, was this operation truly a misstep? In this video, we'll explore why Hitler believed it was imperative for Germany to invade the USSR and discuss the potential for Hitler's campaign in the East to have resulted in even more deaths. Here, we have the authentic Führer Directive Number 21, which commanded the preparations for Operation Barbarossa, presented at the Nuremberg war crimes trials. This directive is among the most significant documents of World War II, highlighting the conquest of the USSR as a primary objective for Hitler from the beginning. Delving into why provides insight into the psyche of one of history's most infamous dictators. Gustav Stresemann, the foreign minister of the nascent Weimar Republic, chose to cooperate with the United States, accepting a subordinate role to enhance Germany's fortunes. This strategy succeeded until Stresemann's death in 1929 and the subsequent global economic downturn caused by the Great Depression. As America retreated from international affairs, nationalists like Adolf Hitler rose to prominence, proposing a new strategy for Germany's predicament. Hitler viewed human history as an ongoing battle for survival, with the dominance of the superior over the inferior. This belief was underscored by his adherence to the notion of a Jewish world conspiracy. These themes were elaborated in his book, Mein Kampf, which argued that Germany's loss in World War I deprived it of its deserved status, a wrong he felt needed rectification. Germany was to lead the counteroffensive against what he termed the Judeo-Bolshevik threat to Western Aryan civilization. Although Hitler harbored grand ambitions, the Germany he commanded was economically constrained. In the early 20th century, Germany, though industrially robust, was not the economic titan it is known as today. It boasted industries comparable to Britain's, but about 30% of its workforce was still engaged in agriculture, a stark contrast to Britain's less than 10%. Moreover, German farms were predominantly small, inefficient peasant operations, unlike the more productive farms in Britain and the US. Hitler was acutely aware of these economic deficiencies. He believed that without immediate action, the alleged world Jewish conspiracy would capitalize on this weakness to annihilate Germany. Hitler perceived threats from every direction, fostering a profound anti-Slav and anti-communist sentiment. However, as he detailed in his unpublished second book, the Jewish threat extended beyond the East. Jews were influential in almost every sphere, particularly in the United States and Britain. Hitler saw Germany as surrounded by ideological, political, and racial adversaries from both the East and the West. Without bolstering Germany's strength, he believed it would inevitably be obliterated. Interestingly, Hitler's vision for German expansion was inspired by the United States. Despite his contradictory views of the U.S., which he saw as manipulated by Jewish interests yet enviably prosperous, Hitler's second book idolized the American Wild West as a model for his aspirations for the Soviet Union's Wild East. Just as America had expanded its frontier westward, Germany's destiny, he believed, lay to the east at the expense of its indigenous populations. This concept of Lebensraum, or living space, was vital. In 1938, Germany's population density was substantially higher than that of the United States, underscoring the need for more territory. These expansionist ideas were not novel. They had been partially attempted during World War I when Germany successfully captured vast territories in Eastern Europe, which were to be economically exploited and ethnically Germanized under the Barbarossa administration. Although these plans were only partly realized before Germany's 1918 defeat, the underlying ideas persisted. Illustrated here is a 1930s German publication on so-called racial science, showcasing the contrast between the idealized Germanic youth and the degenerate Jewish youth, alongside a simplistic world map indicating revolutions. Hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching the video.